Halo guys, kembali lagi dengan gue Novaldi. Kali ini gue mau lanjutin gameplay kita yang kemarin, yaitu bermain game Alan Wake. Nah, kemarin kan gue main tuh, sudahlah audio nggak terekam, ngebuk lagi. Nih ulang lagi nih dari secara ke si Rasti itu di luar. Oke, langsung aja gue ke sana. Teman kita kenapa beli di sini?
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Dia agak percaya katanya kita ini mabuk atau semacamnya.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What
Kita
happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth
You can't just
skeleton.
go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster.
sekarang kita
You
ke
gotta talk to the
meja
cops.
apa nama tuh yang
She's my wife,
registrasi.
and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing.
Yang kita ambil.
Listen, you hit your head. I mean, jeez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how
Yang
crazy all this
kita bawa
sounds.
kita
If you try to pull a joke on me,
ya
freak me
bawa
out, it's
bawa
working.
apa tuh registrasi tadi ke Rasti form tadi, form yang kita isi.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Baru nih kunci yang benar kemarin tuh setelah kunci yang dari
You're
nenek-nenek.
asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him.
Kalau
You
sini ya.
hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms,
Ah, sini
strapped
lu
to their
Beri, ngapain lu
beds,
bacot terus?
wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves. That's just crazy talk, Al. Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Tuh disuruh untuk diam di sini saja.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Aku sendiri nih keluar nih. Diberi teman kita nih, kita suruh sini aja. To Lover's Peak. Oke. Dan keluarnya di mana nih? Oh, sini. Oh, bang, hidup lampu-lampunya, hidupin lah. Enggak serem. Nah, nggak di sini item dulu harus ada ambil, nggak ada juga di sini. Ya, nggak ada juga nih. Karena nggak ada item dekat sini nih. Gimana sih? Di bawah sini ya? Atau di atas sini? Lihat sini dulu deh. Tempat apaan? Oh, buntu ya. Ya, buntu nih. Cuma tempat ngambil air tuh di sumur. Nah, ini tempat mandi nih. dapat termos. Jadi gue ke bawah sini dulu nih, ke bawah sini menuju ke Lover's Peak. Wah, ada dokumen lagi nih. Gue mau cek manuskrip dulu, manuskrip yang kemarin belum gue baca. Manuskrip episode 2 nih dulu.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak. The water...
Ya sesuai nih sama kejadiannya dia
Alice
sekarang
looked
nih.
through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection. Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for.
Barry. Yang satu nih ada apa nih?
At first I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made... The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows.
Dia pergi ke
I
sungai
would probably never have gotten out of the woods
nggak ada
alone.
rumahnya.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys.
Nah, ini ada sih berapa nih nggak dapat gue nih manuskrip 1, 2. Yang 2 nih nggak dapat nih gue 1 nih. Oke, kita harus naik mobil nih.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Aduh, rezeki ya.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Alice sekarang nggak tahu siapa yang culik. Aduh, terkejut gue. Bisa dimasuk gak? Wah, ikan. Gue lihat tadi ada ikan.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
Dapat
My
ammo.
plan? You make it sound a lot
Oh,
more
seperti ini doang
organized
cerita.
than I ever seem to manage.
Nah, kita lampu ini dulu. Nah, gelap-gelapan itu nggak baik. Ah, ada musuh nih kayak dekat situ tuh. Oh, ada nih musuh nih dekat sini. Oke, pasang biasanya kabut-kabut nih, kan ini kan udah kabut-kabut nih. Tapi kabutnya nggak sampai buram sih. Oh, rambut not try. Oke, kita cek rumah sini. What the fuck? Hancur gini. Yang tewas kah? Lampunya bisa dihidupin nggak? Oh enggak.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Wah, dah nih. On. Coba cek atas dulu. Itu di sini ada item. Nah, kan ada manuskrip. F5.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable.
Oke. Si Berry. Si Berry maksudnya nyukai sepatu. Oke, nggak tahu juga. Manuskrip lagi. F5.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg.
Nah, ini kita ke sini nih. Si
The
Alice ya?
vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Apa tuh?
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Apa tuh?
Anybody? Help me! Help me!
Mana sih dia? Belum sini kah? Oke, dapat emas. Dalam sini kah? Oh iya, dalam sini nih. Dapat ini.
Hello? Help me! Somebody back here! I'm back here! Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Ya, tewas.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from
Okay,
the
yeah,
manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Revolver. Ya. Nah, terus kita akan ngelawan mereka di sini nih. Enggak ada juga item. Iya, office ini kah? Kan? Tidak, bukan. Pintu yang sebelah sana bisa dibuka nggak? Kita ngelawan tuh di luar. Apa?
Shh, good boy.
Ini nih.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Musuh susah gak biarin kita masuk nih. Biasanya game-game kayak gini kayak gitu sih. Oke, kamu sama baterai ini ada apa-apa nih. Nah, ini ada manuskrip nih satu. F5 Wake resist the even of
At the
light.
last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree.
Wah, kayaknya
I
sini kita
stumbled
mau
into the
ngelawan lagi
pool
nih.
of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited.
Bakal ngelawan lagi nih. Harus keluar kah? Iya nih. Ada lagi nih.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way.
Terus gimana cara dia lewatnya nih? Harus mutar kah? Ah, ada termas nih. Bukan ke dalam sini kah? To get the light-nya. Cek lagi dah, ragu gue, mana tahu sini itemnya. Ya kayaknya ini udah benar nih, kita harus keluar nih. Ini atau gimana sih?
The gate to Lover's Peak was locked.
Itu terkunci juga. Di sini kah? Itu buka tapi nggak bisa. Nah benar kan ke sini. Kan sini nih. Ke sini kan. Aduh. Nah. Kita gimana? Item yang harus kita interaksi. Kita kunci lagi. Kita ingat dia bilang tidak ambil. Tuh
That was
sini.
too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Apa tuh? Ganti waktu nih. Oh no.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Oh, dia sini. Benar Rusty. Loh,
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
mana dia? Bentar. Aduh, gue mau ngeliat turun kena gue. Nah, itu dia.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than
Wah, dia curang nih namanya nih.
be leashed.
Oh gitu. Wah, kena dikit.
To remove any natural objects or historical artifacts.
Ah, tai dilawan nih. Kabur-kabur mulu.
You may
Nah, tuh.
simple berries.
Lah, hilang. Lah, lawan kita nih sebelah sini nih. Tak kena ya. Nah. Mampus. Ambil reload dulu. Oke, dia bawa kemana tuh teman kita tadi tuh? Lupa gue, saya biar reload dulu. Nah, sekarang gue butuh adalah dan baterai buat senternya nih. Aduh, sorry. Itu pala kalian pusing tadi itu karena gue tuh cepat besar. Gimana tuh? Ada checkpoint dekat sini nih karena gue dengar suara kayaknya lawan kita raksasa dah. Halo.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Bahaya nih kayaknya nih teman kita si apa tuh Berry juga bakalan diganggu tuh. Nah, ada lagi nih yang baru nih. Pasti
In that
final
last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been.
Oke. Nggak ada kayaknya lagi nih, nggak ada netan. Ah, dapat poin. Oke guys, video gue cukup sampai di sini terlebih dahulu. Terima kasih sudah nonton video gue kali ini. Sampai jumpa lagi next video. Bye. Senang banget gue kali ini nggak ada bug selama gue main. Kemarin sibuk terus tuh, berapa kali main tuh, 2 video tuh bug. Endingnya selalu bug terus. Kalau gitu sampai jumpa lagi next video. Dah.